pushed the wrong button.
Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Oh, you'll
We got a cup of coffee in here, please.
Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Now get out of here. All right. We'll catch you later. All right? Wait until somebody actually knows what's going on around here. Does somebody actually know what's going on around here? Oh. Wait.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Oh, no, it's not. Look at that. Let's go with this. Yeah. Oh, how about that? That's better.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
Yeah, not really.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with a Dog. You make me laugh.
Give me gas. Or something. My wife keeps texting me. Why? She's in... You know what? It's not that warm where she is right now, but considering it's 8 o'clock in the morning, 65 degrees where she is, I'll take that. Won't you take that? Because by afternoon it's going to be 80 in Houston. I'll take that. I don't know what it is here. I can't check my weather app because right now I'm streaming to internet on my phone to let them know that we're doing this. I'm going to end that. I don't know how to end that. Does anybody know how to end this crap? Good morning, folks, people of Earth, people of Canada. We love you, Canadians, Canadians, and people in America, too. That kind of, okay. Anyway, yeah, it is Tuesday, March 26, 2024. In case you're checking this in the year of 2036 with John Titter or Tighter, and I can go back and forth between Titter and Tighter, Titter and Tighter and Twitter, and Tighter and Twatter, and the guy from the future. Anyway, it is Tuesday, whatever day it is, March 26, 2024. This is the unabridged version of Coffee with the Dog, especially if you live in Maryland, Baltimore area. It's definitely the unabridged version. Listen. People know I'm not good with driving boats. I once almost hit a clammer, resulting in a very bad situation where he threw a clam and hit my friend's wife in the head. I'm not good with boats, but I think I would manage to not hit a bridge. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Francis Scott Key and our bridge wasn't there. Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland. I don't believe in too soon, obviously. Was struck by a pretty big friggin' ship. I don't know. It may be not that. It's not like a Queen Mary, or it's not like one of those gigantic cruise ships, but some big ship. It pulled right up to it, hit it, knocked it down. Almost looked intentional. Sadly, on the sad note, there were 20 or so people that fell into the cold, freezing water. I think they probably, I don't know. There's no list of casualties yet or anything like that. But if you've seen the video, and maybe I should share the video just so people say, holy fuck, it looks like that guy crashed into the bridge on purpose. I mean, how hard could it be to steer a boat away from a bridge or just not hit it? Not hit the somebody saying average size. I don't know who's in the chat room there who said that. Oh, it's sitcom. He said average size. Well, I don't. Yeah, what's an average size boat? Ship. Just the thing is, you don't go crashing into bridges. You just don't. We got plenty of bridges around here. Nobody ever hits them. Even I don't hit a bridge. Captain of the boat must have been smoking better stuff than I got. Because I don't know. You got to see the video. Have you seen the video? Anyway, Ian says struck at 5 miles an hour. Well, and by the way, you people on the radio, when I'm talking to nobody, it means I'm talking to somebody in our chat room. Generally, sometimes my wife's not here right now, but sometimes I will end up talking to her, and just so you only hear my side of it. But right now, Evil Ian just said at 5 miles an hour. You can't really tell that. Listen, water speeds can be deceptive. He was probably going faster than 5 miles an hour. I don't know, unless that was listed somewhere that he was doing 5 miles an hour. But it took the whole friggin' bridge down. I just watching the video again. Anyway, I'm sure that will be in the news later today. I'm just wondering, somebody's going to say, well, it was a frog penis attack. Frog penis are coming after America. It's Chinese globalists, goddamn Chinese globalists with their Pepsi can frog penis. Bringing down the bridge. Bringing down the bridge. So, yeah. Roger Waters in Kansas City last night opened. Now, Roger Waters has a reputation for being a Nazi, a bit of a Nazi. Just a little bit of a Nazi, I go a little Nazi now and then. He opened his route, and now the MAGA people loved him because he goes a little Nazi now and then. Just a little bit of Nazi. But he opened the show last night with and the whole stage is lit up with a big sign that said "Trump is a pig." All of a sudden, MAGA people don't love him so much. He's not so much of a Nazi. He's very confused. Are you a Nazi or you're not a Nazi? Are you down with the Nazism or you're not down with the Nazism? Maybe he's driving boats now. Maybe he crashed a boat. Anyway, we have no guests today, which means you might as well bail now because it's going to be a fucking train wreck or just blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to run out of things to say in 10 seconds. And then we're just going to sit here and look at each other. I think Willie quit the show. I think Willie just gave up. He gave up. I'm not even seeing him online because he generally would be online with his phone, like writing, I can do it. People believe in me. I love me. Just believe in yourself and you can do it. And rah, 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 rah. He would be posting that all day. He's not posting that all day. So I don't know. It feels like he gave up on everything. I just give up. I lost my power cord. That's it. I lost my power cord. I can't go on. I think I'll crash a boat into a. Never mind. It's too soon. It's way too soon. But it's not too soon to say good morning to Stephen Sicamo-Ortiz. It's never too soon to say good morning to him. Or G.D. Fenderson, who's probably going to point at his cup. Or Dave Attell, who is going to point at nothing. Good morning, fellas.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, America. And ships at sea, minddogtv.com. The only place you need to go for all of your unnecessary needs. minddogtv.com.
So is it because you're too close to Baltimore that you do not want to say anything like bridge-worthy about the cup? Like you could, I don't know, come up.
I'm a very sensitive person, and I don't do, dead bridge jokes. It's just too soon.
It's not too soon. I don't believe in too soon. There's no such thing as we're on it. Listen,
it's like the song says.
The clock is ticking. The joke won't be funny tomorrow.
That's right. Or like the song says, "Oh, say, can you see that fucking bridge is right there in front of you?"
But the bridge was not there. Francis Scott Key.
I'm not the kind of person that will kick a bridge while it's down. I'm just not that guy.
Now it will be funnier tomorrow because we'll see that part of the reason it collapsed was terrible infrastructure that we've been trying to.
I thought Roger Waters was driving the boat. I don't know. Have you guys driven boats, right? No.
Well, this was probably one of those. To answer your first question, the cargo ship is 984 feet long.
All right.
It's a cargo ship.
Oh, it's a cargo ship. Yeah.
984 feet long. and it was actually driven with Tesla pilotless technology. That's probably what happened.
Oh, you just guess. Now, do you know how fast it was going? Because Evil E had said 5 miles an hour.
According to the video, it's this fast.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well,
That's
I mean, he was probably trucking along probably at like 10 or 15 knots
I was about to
probably.
say about 10 knots. I was thinking like 10.
But with a
15 knots.
ship that size, I mean, that's a battering ram basically. But also, aren't bridges like that supposed to be built to kind of take that sort of thing too, just in case?
No. Did you see how it hit that damn thing?
No, I saw how it hit. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like
Let's
the
build the bridge so that people could crash into it. That's what you're thinking. They sat down. I want to.
And to quote
Here's
Trump,
where people go. Wait, I gotta get my pencil. Here's where they're gonna crash into it. Right there. Okay. Build it.
The bridge was designed. First of all, it was designed to be collapsible. It was supposed to be portable, so they could move it at different places in the harbor. See, what people don't know about Baltimore is that this is a historic place. I mean, there were like battles fought there, and because we were attacked there once, they thought that we might get attacked there again. So in '77, when they built that bridge, they made it portable so that they could move it along. So it's supposed to come apart in sections like that. That's by design.
It looked like there were construction vehicles on the bridge when it happened.
There were, but there are always construction vehicles on the bridge.
So they must have been working on it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, there were supposedly guys on the very top that were working on the bridge.
Oh, that's.
I'm just looking at it again. I'm not seeing any. Whoa, those people. I don't see it. Oh, yeah.
So I haven't seen the video. Can you send a link?
So far, they've rescued 2 people. 3. They rescued 3 people.
I guess I can Google it.
They're aware of 7 cars that are in the harbor.
Yeah, no, you know what? I would be worried about my cell phone getting wet.
That's why I always carry a baggie in my car. So if my car should ever wind up in the water, I have about 5 seconds to get my phone in a baggie.
You gotta be quick on the draw there.
I have practice. You know how people have like these, what they call Chinese fire drills at the traffic light? I have baggie fire drills in my car. It's like, bam, I have 5 seconds. Get the phone in the baggie, zip it up, and fill it with air so that it will float with me.
Steven, I was just trying to tag you on Twitter, but I couldn't do it.
No,
so
that's okay. I just looked it up actually. Oof, man.
Yeah,
that's rough. Man, that's one of my biggest. That's the biggest phobia I have of a bridge over water. Like my wife, we have to stop. My wife has to drive because.
Let me call Paul Simon and ask him about this. Water doesn't look that troubled. It's the people falling into the water that look troubled.
For sure. Nothing more troubling than that normally.
Yeah. So I guess that's what people will be talking about all day long today is the bridge. But I mean, there's only one place where there's a support like within. It looks like 1,000 feet, and the guy hits that support dead on. Like, there were so many places you could have missed it. It takes a lot of precision to actually drive.
There's some belief that maybe the ship was in distress actually before it hit, because they're saying, according to the video, you can possibly see some smoke coming from.
Oh
the
yeah,
ship.
you can see smoke coming.
I saw smoke. Yeah.
And
what dress are you talking about?
What's that?
What dress? You said the ship was in distress.
Yeah, distress.
Distress. What dress?
You thought you said this dress as opposed to
a fire or a power outage.
Oh, so not a dress. Not a dress.
You thought you meant like formal evening.
I was wondering why the boat would be in a dress.
No.
Hey, just because this whole thing's a drag doesn't mean it's in a dress, okay?
I just like to see GD flailing over all these jokes about boats and bridges.
But there's black smoke coming from the boat. But isn't there always black smoke coming from the boat? Ooh.
I mean, I kind of felt like I don't know.
Well, that's only when they pick a new pope.
No, that's
it looked like it was turning around, like it backed into it. Now that I'm looking at it again, like
They maybe just lost
It
control.
was trying to
of the
do
boat.
like a 3-point turn. Oh, watch out for that. Ooh.
Well, I wonder if they lost control, then the current just spun it around and smacked it into the bridge.
You think the captain of the boat is going to do like a post-game pre-conference, like sit at a table there? Well, what exactly were you thinking in the fourth quarter there?
You know how they say the captain goes down with the ship? Well, nowadays he goes first. He calls his lawyer.
We thought the bridge had us. We had the bridge on the ropes, but luckily we got the knockout shot. The boat's still okay.
You are listening to the It's Never Too Soon podcast on Mind Dog Radio. Yeah, so,
actually, that would be a really good podcast.
I hope nobody died.
Just making fun of all current events.
As soon as it happens, a Never Too Soon podcast. Damn it, Mind Dog. You've got. This is right up my alley. I love telling jokes too soon.
I forget because Jeselnik has a piece about not believing there's such a thing as too soon. I forget what he. God, I gotta look that up because it basically he goes the day of a tragedy. He goes to Twitter immediately the second he hears about it and goes to make a joke about it. Listen, I'm on it.
And my wife, out of respect, won't like it in public for a week. She'll laugh she'll see something and she'll call me and go, that was too soon. It was really funny, but it was too soon. I can't like it now because of my job, but I just want you to know I like it, but I can't like it because it's my job.
No, you can like it.
No, she can't like it on Facebook.
You can't fake like it. You can't signify that you like it.
Right, she can't let people know because she's a muckety muck.
Right.
And muckety mucks aren't supposed to have a sense of humor.
Are you guys Roger Waters fan? We'll leave the boat. We'll just let that story float.
Don't worry, a lot of these jokes are just thinking anyway. So,
well, unlike the bridge, people will get over it.
Roger Waters, have you followed the saga of Roger Waters? Because MAGA was in love with him when he was having floating Nazi pigs and coming out, and it's all about free speech, man. Joe Rogan had him on to talk about how he's totally not anti-Semitic. He's anti-state of Israel, but he loves Jewish people and all this stuff. And then so they were kind of like supporting him, and now he came out with the big Trump is a pig stage front, and they are ripping him a new one on Twitter today. Funny how they can just turn on you like that. Any thoughts on that?
No. I'm not super familiar with who Roger Waters is. I was thinking
Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. Now, according to the people who hate him, they've been going through all the old Pink Floyd stuff and saying everything he wrote was always Nazi oriented, the Wall and all that stuff. But people just didn't note it.
I just thought that's how he just kept his name in the news any way possible.
Right.
It's easier than writing a new album. It's easier than writing a new album.
Yeah, for sure.
He's going for that niche audience of Pink Floyd, I guess.
Niche baby boomer Nazis.
Yeah,
it's his niche.
That's a damn shame because I just rediscovered how much I like Pink Floyd's music.
Well, you can always go with the David Gilmour side of it. David Gilmour's music was good.
Yeah,
they hate each other, by the way.
I don't know who wrote which one, though. I don't know who wrote what, because to me it was just Pink Floyd.
I always assume who's singing it, and you could tell Roger Waters' voice from David Gilmour.
I can't, because I never
Wish You Were Here is David Gilmour. The Wall, leave those teacher, leave those kids alone is Roger Waters.
Yeah, see, I never paid enough attention to know that there were actually two people in the band with those names.
So he can't be that bad if he was telling teachers to leave kids alone. I mean, that was a warning shot, right?
Yeah, but that was a
little pathetic.
That was the third take, though. That was the third take. The first two takes, they were actually encouraging the teachers.
Well,
because of the measure, because of the rhyme scheme and the measure, they said, we need to shorten it to, hey, teachers, leave those kids alone.
Well, I think he understood that America was so contrarian. Look at me using contrarian on the morning podcast. I feel pretty hot.
Before people had their coffee.
That's a hot word, buddy. That's cool.
I feel pretty hot. Contrarian. He knows America was so contrarian that he sang that to get all these hot blonde teachers to fuck their kids. Hey, teachers, leave those kids alone was really like a dog whistle to say, okay, women, you know, while your husband's at work and you're just there babysitting, really, go fuck a kid. And they did. Like,
you know,
like
all the hot babysitters and teachers I had, and no one ever tried anything.
You were ugly.
I know. I have a bit about wheelchair vans not having lifts and why they won't kidnap me, and guess I'm just not pretty.
You know, I was in 6th grade in 1969, so
that's when my dad was born.
It's a long time ago, but a hot teacher. I won't mention her name here, because maybe she's got some kids still alive or family still alive, and if they ever heard it, I might get sued over it. But at that time, there was no, you know, let's get these teachers who are fucking kids. And she didn't fuck me at all. She didn't do anything except kiss me. But what happened with Frankie Essoff? We were walking past her room, and she, you know, it was the 1960s. It was the end of the 60s. She was wearing a short skirt. She's bending over, getting something out of her desk, and I looked in the room, and my tongue must have been hanging out of my mouth. And Frankie Essoff yelled in, "Miss So-and-so, Matt wants a kiss," and she got pissed, and she came out and she threw me up against the locker. She said, "Really? You want a kiss?" And then she kissed me, and I was like, I'm a 10-year-old kid. I don't know what fucking how to kiss. I don't know what it is.
See, this was hot until you said you were 10.
But now she would probably go to jail for that.
Oh, for sure.
In those days, it was like, you know, she was just teaching me a lesson. I shouldn't be looking at her fucking legs.
Let me ask you guys.
Steve, I just want you to say that I think you having a wheelchair is just an excuse. If somebody wants to steal a child, they'll steal a child no matter what condition they're in.
But I couldn't run. Ugly. I was an easy target. No one tried.
Right.
I feel left out.
Ugly. That's all.
The 90s were supposed to be the time of getting kidnapped by white vans.
Yeah.
It's not really a challenge for them, you know? I mean, if you're into that lifestyle, I think you want the kid to at least run away a little bit.
I don't know, because you see these guys who are you know, fucking infants and stuff. Well, you know.
Some of them look like I walk better than them. So.
I don't see them. I haven't.
I mean, you see stories about people who
fucking. I want to know what you're watching, Matt, that you're seeing these things, because I've never seen it.
The news or the Twitter feed. That's basically he was fucking children as young as 1.5 years old. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? How do you even do that without breaking a kid? You must have a really small dick.
The skulls are still flexible, so why not the rest of the body?
I guess. Speaking of diddling kids,
where's Willie?
Where is Willie? I think Willie quit. I think he gave up. He gave up on life. He gave up on this. Poor Willie. He goes to New York.
I haven't seen my Willie in years.
Listen, I was telling my wife about this on the way to the airport the other day. His wife spent a lot of money to get him here to New York so he could further his career. He did 2 open mic, really, 5 minutes a time, and spent the rest of the time in the airport and lost his main power cord, which is his lifeline to the rest of the world.
But I got you a picture of Amityville.
Oh, it did. Got a picture you could have gotten off the web. And told your wife you took the picture. You could have actually downloaded the picture. And
I bet you there's probably gift shops in the town where you could have gotten a framed picture for like $10.
I feel bad for her. I mean, I'm joking about it, but it's a lot of money for a guy who's, you know, kind of destitute and needs money to be investing in your career, and all you got out of it were 2 open mic nights and met a couple of people.
We've gotten some phone numbers. We haven't heard the full story yet.
No, I know he did. He did. Well, I asked him if he did a lot of networking. He said, yeah, he met some people. I don't know if he had the wherewithal to say, let me get your business contact. Let me add it into my phone and all that stuff. Obviously,
it's honestly, a lot of people don't have that wherewithal to do that. I get people all the time asking me, "Hey, how are you
good.
booking gigs? How are you getting around?" It's like I talk to people. That's what I do.
You talk to people. You got to talk to people, and then when you talk to them, remember to take their contact, no matter how uncomfortable it is. Even if it's a hot woman, and you think she's going to think you're coming onto her, and when all you really want to do is get more gigs out of it, ask her for the phone number. You got to ask for the phone number and the email and all that kind of stuff. I'd rather text you than
everybody wants to book me until they get to know me. Then it's all bets are off.
Or until they hear your act, and then they know.
Yeah, but, I hate starting conversations with people, but since I've been in comedy, that's something you have to do, especially if you want to try and get your ass booked, and you got a network and you got a kind of glad hand, and that's.
I'm telling you, those uncomfortable shit, man, that shit's gonna pay off. Anyone listening, that shit pays off. I was in the hospital dying and still booking gigs because I had managed to give somebody a phone number and exchange emails. Like, it's doable. Just do it.
Okay, first of all, you were dying in the hospital because you have bad material. You could have died anywhere. You didn't have to just do it in the hospital. So
well, I figured that'd be a good place to go.
That's just because you're telling bad jokes in the hospital that doesn't qualify as dying.
That's you're not wrong, GD. I appreciate that clarification. Thanks, buddy. It means a lot.
Sure. That's what I'm here for. You think I'm just another pretty face, but I'm not. I never
thought that. I was thinking more like Black Yoda.
Pretty wasn't the word he used. It rhymed with pretty.
Purdy.
Yeah.
Sure do got a purdy mouth.
Where I was going with the kitty thing. We talked about this last week. Diddy the Diddler is trending. Puff Daddy, Puff Diddy, Diddy the Diddler.
He's become the new slang for no homo too. Like when you make a joke, everyone says no Diddy now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that out from the young guys.
Wow. See, this is why we keep you around for the relevant young speak.
Like I love you guys. No Diddy.
Yeah. So now he apparently has fled. His house was raided last night.
Two of his houses.
Two of his houses.
One in Miami and one in Los Angeles.
You know what they were looking for?
Proof of proof of trafficking and shit like that. Yeah.
Really?
Homeland Security was in on it.
What?
Yeah, there's so
other than the Bieber thing. Other than the Bieber thing, what reason do they have to suspect him? I don't know anything.
There's accusations that he has made many people he has signed perform homosexual acts in exchange for being signed. He's also been accused of trafficking young girls in for these guys also. And so they're just looking for proof of any of that.
Is Matt Rife on his label?
And right now, the NAACP is saying this is not what we meant by equal opportunity. And leave this shit to the Epsteins. Don't be fucking things up for us.
Wait, so you guys don't want in on this market?
No.
Okay.
This is the one black market we don't want to be a part of.
Fair enough.
So apparently he's in Antigua now. He flew to Antigua while his house was getting raided.
So he left the country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that allowed? I thought when you're under investigation, it's like you got to stay put.
Not if you have money.
And also, P. Diddy was under investigation. Puffy Combs was not.
Oh, that's a new one. Puffy Combs. I know. Sean Combs, Diddy the Diddler, Puff Daddy, Puff Diddy, Diddly do.
But P. Diddy was not allowed to leave the country.
He's got a lot of names. Now
we know why. Now,
didn't he have a hot wife or something? Was it who was he married to?
I think according to Cat Williams, he had one of those big four-headed, light-skinned bitches.
Oh, I thought he liked some movie star or somebody. Said. I thought he was married.
No, that's Justin Bieber you're thinking of.
Oh.
Is he a movie star? No, he's just a recording guy. Has he had movies, Bieber? He's just a singer, right? He's not a. He hasn't had movie. He's not an actor. Bieber, is he?
No, but
like a singer for years.
There's accusations that he groomed him and
I know.
Him and
well, because even Bieber said that he had done some stuff to him.
Now,
it was an interview, but it looks like P. Diddy's never been married; just had girlfriends.
All right. Now, what about Jay-Z? Because it seems like a lot of people are suggesting, without any offering any proof or anything, that Jay-Z's next. That
be molested?
No, to be rated for this.
I've never really heard his name really in anything.
No.
I would expect probably like.
So why is Twitter all over this? Is it just because he's a black guy who runs a hip hop label or whatever? All black guys who run hip hop labels are all alike. Is that the gist here?
I don't even know if most people know who black people are that have hip hop labels.
Well, I mean, I do.
Those two. I mean, I know, man. I'm an old doofy old goober old man, and I know it.
Well, I feel like this is all riding off the back of all of this, this wave of calling people out who've done, gross things in the past, like with Nickelodeon and everything. But this time it is one of the biggest names in the world. It's like, it's not just a producer from some little label. Like, it's VP Diddy,
Well, yeah, and it's just not that too, because there are allegations that, he paid to have Tupac Shakur killed.
Yeah.
There's the allegations that he may have been involved in Biggie's shooting, and the list kind of goes on. And I think 6 months ago, Diddy he got all the rights back for Bad Boy Music, and so what he did, he gave all the artists their rights back to their songs for that.
Hold
label.
on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Hey, look, hey Sean, lose my number, man.
So it's probably
I did not know all this shit about you. Seriously, man, this is fucked up. No, lose my number. Don't call me anymore. Fuck you. No, fuck you. No, fuck you, Sean. Okay, sorry.
See, that
all black people do know black people. Gotcha.
Oh, we have a membership. We have a membership.
I would say that bit would have been believable if we could believe someone's calling GD.
Right. Right.
I should have waited till April 1st, but damn it, the story was going on now.
Yeah.
No, I'm at a loss for a good April Fool's prank. If anybody can come up with one now, don't write in the chat room, call a pizza place, and make a girl come over with a I don't know, deliver your pizza, and then we have a gangbang thing.
I have one, but it could get us in trouble.
What kind of one? Like, you want to talk about?
I don't want to say it on the air.
My favorite pranks are like ordering something.
It's not like anybody listens.
Ridiculous on,
The people who listen are listening.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
the people who listen are just there. They're actually doing, whatever. Kelly's flicking a bean. She's dry cleaning. She's reading
making
off numbers.
Cookies.
And she'll probably never be back now that she realizes.
You know how we know people are listening? If I say the wrong word, we will be snatched off the air.
Right. Right, yeah. I can't figure out how to
in 2 years
how to make a call to Willie on the computer so I can call Willie and talk.
Do you have an iPhone and a MacBook?
I do. I have FaceTime open to do a call here, but I can't figure out how to just do I don't want to do a FaceTime call. I want to do just a audio call, and there used to be a button here that said audio call, but there isn't now. New FaceTime. No, I don't want a new FaceTime.
Well, if you do a new FaceTime, you should have the choice between video or audio.
Yeah. I don't.
Weird.
Oh, add to contact. No. Can you guys hear that? Ringy dingy?
I don't hear it.
No, you got too good of equipment. It cancels out all the background noise.
I don't hear you. Are you talking now, Matt? Because your voice is gone. Can you hear me, Matt? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Nope. I can hear you.
Matt, we can't hear you.
I don't care about you guys. Matt's the host. I'll kiss his ass.
Maybe
Matt.
Matt's FaceTiming with himself.
That's it. He's caught in a loop. Hey, Matt. Hey, yo, dude. Hey, yeah. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. How do you sign deaf? We can't hear you. Matt, we can't hear you, Matt. Damn, Matt.
Somebody message him.
I did. Here we go. Let's see here. Matt. No sound, dude.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Where is it? And I will show it to him. And maybe he'll see it.
Everything has gone to hell.
Oh, it looks like he's testing the mic now, but we can't hear him.
Yeah. He's singing those sultry sounds and we can't hear it.
Hello, where is it me?
Whoa!
There you go.
I'm on a different browser now. All right, cut this browser out.
See, he is stuck in a loop. We thought,
I don't know. Maybe it'll work better on this. You know what? I think it was Firefox that does that. Now, can you hear that? No.
We hear you. So good so far.
See, I lose you guys when I start doing that.
I just lost you again.
That never happened before. Can you hear me?
You're
very,
barely
very low.
You're down to like a minus 18 decibels.
Hello?
There we go.
That's better.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Oh,
Hello?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Willie. Willie. Oh, Willie. See, the phone thing's not working. I don't know.
Hello?
how
Yeah,
to
hear
do
him
it
groaning. Is he
back in the
groaning?
day.
Sounds like he's in a house.
All right. You there?
I am here.
What's going on? Did you quit the show? You lost your can you guys hear Willie?
No, I definitely don't quit the show. I'm so sorry. I'm just, you don't want me to join with my phone because I sound like Ted Kennedy. This guy right here. I don't want to sound like
Well, no, you sound like Ted Kennedy. He's
sound
dead.
at your face. Can you do something with your face when you show up?
What did I say?
You sound Ted like you said Ted Kennedy, but you meant RFK Jr.
Oh yeah, that guy. Well, you know, one Kennedy is as good as another. Really, I mean, seriously.
Well, you chose the dead one, and I think you were right there.
Right. All right. But anyway, so yeah, no, I love the show. I miss the show. I still watch it sometimes. I literally just woke up about 5 minutes ago, though.
Right.
So
you know you could buy a cord for like $2.99 online. You could just look.
I went to fucking Walmart and I bought the only option that the Grants Walmart had for computer power cords, and it was a 10 charger adapters and a charging port, and then it had like 10 adapters. None of those adapters fit for my computer.
But you could have gone online. You could have gone online
on your phone.
You could have gone online
right now. You could and told Jeff Bezos to bring it to your house directly, and he would for $2.99.
Okay, yeah. You think that'd be better?
Yeah, you'd have it already. Jeff Bezos would have showed up at your door, fed your dog.
I plan on going to like Best Buy on Thursday because on Thursday I'll go to Albuquerque.
The driver would have emptied his pee bottle, taken a picture of your door, everything.
Did you hear me?
I don't think you can hear GD right now. GD is saying, "Did you ever drive a boat into a bridge?"
Did I ever drive a boat to a bridge?
Into a bridge, yes.
I've never
You've never driven a boat, have you?
I've never been I've never been the one who ran the rudder.
Did you ever actually drive a boat? Did you ever drive a boat?
Yeah, I've never drove a boat. I've never drove.
You never captained a boat or steered a boat. Wow, you know what? I forget there are people who don't live by water. So.
Well, I grew up in a town with a lake and around snow. I've never been on the snowmobile. I've never been on a boat with a motor before. Like I've lived a pretty poverty-stricken life. You know?
Yeah.
And I've stayed in some of the best airports in America.
But no, so Thursday is what I planned on for the solution. Although I did not consider buying one online because I was afraid if I buy one online, then I'm going to get the wrong one or something.
No, you can actually look up the one for your model on Amazon. You put in the laptop model and you just say, give me the cord for this particular thing, and it shows up. And you don't get these 10-notch adapters and all that. Listen, we got to move on. Thanks for calling. You don't win the tickets, and also don't drive a boat into a bridge. Okay? Have a great day. Thanks for calling. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite radio station?
Mind Dog TV
WDOG,
radio.
right? I know. I got to tell you. No wonder you don't win the tickets. By the way, we don't have any tickets for you to win, but you didn't win them.
Oh, there is something people can win though.
Here you go. He's got some tickets.
Did you know that? There is. Hang on.
Kelly, President.
You're not giving away the Kevin Nealon tickets. On March 27th, which is tomorrow night in New York City. Two tickets to go see Kevin Nealon. That we're not giving.
There
away.
are. We have 2 tickets to Kevin Nealon to give away. We do.
All right. 2 tickets to Kevin Nealon at the City Winery tomorrow night. You could be the third caller at 631-496-6464. And you can win 7:30 show tomorrow night in New York City at the City Winery. Kevin Nealon and probably other shitty comedians who can't drive a boat either.
And just remember, in the prize closet, we have Roger Waters' Nazi
That's
uniform.
a great day, man. Now I got to look.
All right. Listen, Willie, I got to let you go so the other guys can join the program because they're just sitting here listening and they're getting mad. They're starting a riot here. They're about to just attack Roger Waters for no reason. All right.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Have a great day.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Willie didn't quit the show. How about that? There's news.
Hey, there we go. Breaking news, folks. The Willie will return. Back to you, Matt.
How's my audio? Is my audio okay? I don't think it is.
Sounds good. You sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Why would it sound good? There's no reason for it to sound good. How about that? Is this any better? No. No, it's not better. How about that? That's better, right?
It's louder.
The timbre off.
Whoa. So Willie was probably pretty low during that whole call, right?
Yes.
Low? Struggling to hear him?
And he was dragging us down.
Move back. I'm still, it changed shit on this whole operating system. It used to be so easy to take a phone call. Now it's work.
Yeah.
I switch browsers and all that stuff. A good thing that Chrome seems to be working again, so I could do like really crazy things like add pictures and stuff. Anyway, so Willie has not quit. Here's the bottom line. Willie has not quit, but he shops at Walmart, and apparently they don't have, or he probably didn't even take the model number for the laptop that he's got now. Probably just went there looking, power cord, the laptop power cord, blah, 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 and
well, he was thinking positive.
You can't miss with this. I
will
say that I took my laptop in and bought the same thing.
Let's play a commercial and reboot here and start over again. It's time. March Madness. Bet the house, bet the ranch, bet your laptop, bet everything you got, and go to mybookie.com and bet.
The experts at MyBookie have created the ultimate NCAA March Madness betting guide to help you make the best bets throughout the tournament. Throughout this betting guide, the pros will go in depth on the best teams, players, and bets throughout the entire NCAA March Madness tournament. 2024 March Madness 85th edition of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Tournament tips off Tuesday, March 19th to Monday, April 8th, 2024. Go to mybookie.com/minddog and get up to $1,000 welcome bonus.
Are the Duke Blue Devils still in the tournament? Because they're using them on their.
Can't hear me?
Yes.
No. Yeah, we can hear you. We just don't care.
Yes. No. See, that's why.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Again, we don't care though.
Check one. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Me.
Now I can hear better. This whole fucking system. I got to get a better system for taking phone calls. How am I ever going to prank a pizza place if I can't take phone calls?
That's true. That's a kind of a key part of the whole prank calling process.
Yeah. Willie said, let me know who to transfer the tickets to. We are, you can actually win tickets to go see Kevin Nealon. Does anybody want to see Kevin Nealon?
If I wasn't like 20 hours away, maybe.
Really? Are you a big fan of Kevin Nealon?
No, I'm not.
Is anybody?
I'd come up there, but the only bridge out of Westminster was hit by a cargo ship last night.
Now, don't you have plenty of tunnels? You got plenty of tunnels on the way out, right?
We like to call them vaginas. Thank you very much.
Okay. Jeez.
Steven, you got your real Slim Shady friend. You know, by the way, on my Facebook profile it says I'm the real Slim Shady. So one of us is lying.
Well, the real one has to stand up.
She's a real slim lady.
If you're home, that's awesome.
Well,
still cute too. So I'm hoping this is a woman. But you
Me
never
too,
know.
but you never know these days.
Listen, not that there's anything wrong with gay wheelchair sex.
Not at all. That's just not my forte, you know.
Look, anybody thinking you're cute is a good thing. It doesn't matter, you know. It's not.
Oh,
like
dude, I've always taken getting like hit on by a dude as a compliment because they can choose from both sexes and still was like, ooh, look at that. You know?
I get hit on by gay guys all the time. Like I'm like catnip. It's two demographics that think I'm the hottest shit walking the planet. It's 90-year-old women and gay dudes.
Mine is gay dudes. Mine is gay dudes and Hispanic women, for sure.
Yeah.
I got hit on at a urinal by a gay guy. It was Halloween, and my costume was such that I had to like half disrobe in order to take a leak. I didn't think that part of my costume out very well. So I'm standing at the urinal with the bottom of my costume around my ankles, and this guy walks up and he looks over the urinal and goes, wish I had some of that. And I'm like, I looked at him and said, thanks. You mind? I'm trying to pee here.
I would have turned around and gave him some of that. Pissed on him.
No, I was with my girlfriend, not in the urinal. She was outside waiting. My then girlfriend.
I would have pissed on him.
You want some of this? Here you go. Free. Just today. Today only. Yeah.
Calm down, R. Kelly.
Are you familiar with the game Earthquake? Where your friend is at a urinal peeing and you go up behind them and shake their shoulder and yell, earthquake! And then they end up peeing all over the fucking room.
I am of the generation that you talk to people at the urinals, but you don't touch them. I'm sorry.
Somebody, Casey Affleck was involved in an incident like that, but it was the wrong dude. He thought it was his friend at the urinal. He went up behind him and just grabbed him and shaked his shoulders and yelled, earthquake! And it wasn't the guy he thought it was. And the guy was like, what the fuck, dude? Pissed all over everything. I don't generally in the urinal. I try to, or in bathrooms, I try to like have real tunnel vision. Like I don't see anybody. I'm not looking down. I'm not looking to the side. I'm just right in front of me.
I just use my excuse to use the handicap stall because I hate peeing in front of people, man.
You won't find a more homophobic person than me. That's better. I like being on the left. I don't know why.
It feels right with you up there for sure.
Yeah.
During COVID, I was standing at a urinal, and a guy walked up to me and got to the urinal right next to me, and he starts up a conversation with me. And while he's talking to me, he turns and he coughs in my direction, and I'm like, because this is the height of COVID, and we're still trying to figure shit out. We don't have vaccines yet. And so I tried to back away, and I hit my penis against the side of the urinal, and I look and there's urine all over my penis, and I don't know if it's mine or if it was like on the side of the urinal already. And I'm starting to freak out now because I don't know if it's whose urine is on my penis, and I'm like, oh my god. So I'm and I don't want to run around the bathroom with my junk hanging out. Whoa. So I reached in my pocket and I found I had hand sanitizer, which is 99% alcohol or something, but I didn't think about that. I just sprayed it all over my junk.
It became penis sanitizer all of a sudden.
Yeah. So, and then it started to sting, and then I went. So then I didn't have a choice. Then I had to put it in the sink and run water over it, and hope that nobody else came in the bathroom while I was.
Oh man, the man washing his dick in the bathroom.
Yeah,
dude,
at work. At work.
Oh, that's rough, man. I did a very similar thing. I did a wall of flame challenge where you eat like ghost pepper wings, and they didn't tell me. Yeah, they didn't tell me that I was supposed to wear gloves. So after I ate, and I'm like, my face is just dying. I'm miserable. I'm like, I got to pee so bad going there. Grab myself, and oh my god.
I just want to say, you can't say the N word on Gov Network, but you can say the D word. You don't have to call it penis. We can call it a dick around here, or a cock. You can.
Well, the
you
problem
can say
is when I use those words, you don't know if I'm talking about another person or not. Very seldom do you say penis and mean another person, but you can.
Well,
yeah.
There are times.
I usually say the Bible to refer to a penis.
Wait, put your right hand on your penis and
exactly.
Wait a minute.
Which makes
I'm all confused now.
Makes traffic court very interesting for Ron.
I'll die for my penis before I die for anything else.
Ron has never. Let's put it this way: Ron has never been locked up for traffic, but he has been locked up for pulling his dick out for the judge.
You guys are making me have to smoke here with this penis talk about. I don't know, touching penises against urinals. I mean,
I know. I'm having to smoke too.
I would just cut my penis off at that point.
Yeah.
Well, try living my life where you're face level with every dick in the world.
See, and that's why
I smoke.
Why I say penis.
Not every dick in the world. You got midgets who, and I'm going to call them midgets.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And that's why Steven. And that's why Steven doesn't do black shows for that reason.
Actually, that's why I only do black shows.
Wow. That's that's amazing. This is an amazing conversation. I'm glad we're having it.
You know, this is worth getting up at 9 a.m.
Well, at any time, Matt, you could pull out the song list, but no, you who are guiding this ship like a cargo guy, like going through the inner harbor, you're driving this show like some guy driving a cargo boat through the key.
It seems like a very difficult thing for you to say.
You're basically driving this boat into the bridge of podcasting.
I'm trying to navigate my language at the same time.
We're just watching GD trip over trying to hit every punchline he's trying to get.
Yeah, because my brain has got like
too aggressive
options.
on this one punchline at a time.
Right, my brain has got like 5 options going on in my brain right now, and I'm trying to choose which one, and they're like caught right here. They're funneling up right there. Right,
What is happening?
That's what I'm saying. I was just trying to show you the 5 punchlines that are just stuck right there.
I don't ever want to see anything stuck in your throat ever again.
Right.
Again? What videos are you watching? How come I
just now? Just now.
Oh.
He got my penis caught in his throat. I'm sorry about that.
Cock punch your throat box.
You want to talk? I know the audience doesn't love it when I get political here. I'm not really getting political here. But yesterday, Trump was in court for a couple of reasons. Yeah, and how do you be in 2 courts at the same time? I don't know. I could never do that.
Time space continuum.
But yeah, the first court reduced his bond from the money he has to put up to appeal the $470 million. They reduced that to $175 million, and the people on the right, except for Trump, everybody in MAGA except for Trump is high-fiving like they won something. Trump is still pissed about it, and that to me is confusing. You would never see this in any other organization where the boss is pissed because he's just angry, and everybody on the team is high-fiving like they won. It's incongruent. Like, so you see he's angry. Why are you running around high-fiving? It doesn't. Have you ever seen? Can you think of another example of that where the coach is angry, or the owner of the team is just like pissed off, like, wow, we suck, I can't believe it. And everybody's like,
I've seen it in real sports. I mean, I've seen it with real sports because of the way you won or whatever the coach, yeah, I've seen it.
Give me an example. One example of it, because I'm confused. I've never seen.
I'll give you an example. It's going to involve me and basketball.
Oh, well, I didn't see that, so how would I know?
I was playing, one of the guys on my team was a guy named Tony. He was our point guard. Everybody who has ever guarded him knows that he does not like to pass the ball. And he likes to be the hero. Clock is running down. It's me and him on a fast break. I run to the basket. The guy guarding me knows that Tony is not going to pass the ball, so he doubles Tony. And so I'm wide open under the basket. And Tony, instead of passing the ball to me, is dribbling around looking for the shot that he can take at the buzzer. Okay? He takes the shot. He misses it. Long rebound. They get the ball, so now they're ahead. I get the ball. We bring him back down. I score a bucket. We win. 1 second left. That's it. So now we've won, and now we're arguing at the end of the game because we didn't have to be in that situation. He could have just passed the ball. And he yells at me and he says, I'm not going to pass the ball to you because I'm a star. You're just a role player. So that's
it's not exactly the same thing where the boss, the guy in charge of the team, is angry that about the loss.
Well, the point guard, no, he's angry. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, Trump runs the organization. He's pissed. He's like, we lost. He's angry about it. It's unfair. Everything sucks. We are, and everybody else under him is walking around like, hey, we won. High five. High five. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I just want it to make sense.
Watch Belichick. Bill Belichick used to do that a lot at Patriots games. And they'd win ugly, and Bill Belichick, everybody's going, yeah, and Bill Belichick like, well, win's a win, but we shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with. We should have
all right, that's more an appropriate analogy, but I've never seen that. So
I've seen. I know.
My bad.
I've seen that.
My bad. I should follow the Patriots more.
No, because they don't have Belichick anymore, so that's not happening.
Oh, did he get fired finally, or did he retire?
One of the two.
One of the two, yeah. I know.
Bought out or something.
Last I heard, he was moving to another team, but I
think they just asked him basically not to come back, so he kind of resigned, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
Which is crazy for a 10-time Super Bowl championship coach.
Yeah, I mean he's in his 70s though too.
He is though. Hey, if you can be that old and run the country, you should be able to coach a football team.
He should go and do what his first love is, and that's coach lacrosse. He's always been lacrosse is his first love, not football.
Yeah.
Lacrosse?
Well,
lacrosse. He loves lacrosse. That is his favorite sport.
I totally agree that in his 70s is a very old thing, but you know what? It's just a fucking minute away from me to be in 70s. I'm trying to kind of rationalize that I'm a fucking old man. I don't feel like an old man. I don't. But my wife said, we were talking about it the other day, like, because her brother just passed away at 60 and he died pretty much of old age.
How's your wife taking it?
Pretty much better than her father, who passed 6 months ago. I mean, it is what it is. He's at peace. It's a tough thing. But 60 years old age, and I was talking about one of my better friends now is Jackie Marley. He's 76. 76 is fucking ancient. I mean, Jackie doesn't carry himself like most 76-year-olds, but let's face it, when we see him, he's no spring chicken. He's no spring. You could tell he's an old man.
He was never a spring chicken, though.
Yeah, he was. I got some stuff where he's actually doing spring chicken stuff.
No, because he was, even when he was young, he was doing old jokes. So he was never.
But no. See, what I have, it looks like a Playboy channel special. It's Jackie on his 40th birthday. He's running around he's got all these women on stage, and all he's doing is just doing not crowd work, stage work, but with women he brought up on stage, hotties, and just joking about their tits and shit. He's not just doing old. It's a totally different Jackie. It's more like it's like a Don Rickles, Chuck Barris combination, like a hybrid between Chucky. I know Steven's probably like, who the fuck are those?
I knew a couple of those names.
You know Chuck Barris, Gong Show.
Chuck Barris from the
I know the
movie
Gong
about
Show.
the spy.
Yeah,
I know
the
the
original
Gong Show.
Gong Show, and Don Rickles, of course, was still alive until like last night or something. He's like 120
Yeah, Don
years
Rickles
old.
was ancient when he died. My goodness.
But yeah, so he wasn't always doing just old jokes. It's kind of interesting to see that, Jackie. You know, like when he sent it to me, I was like, who the fuck is this? But again, having a 76-year-old friend, I don't feel like I'm in that age bracket, even though I know I am.
Well, that's good though. That's good. You shouldn't. A lot of people just like
that's not
let
something I
themselves
think to
get
complain
old
about.
and die.
Awesome.
I think I'm just delusional.
Yeah.
I look in the mirror and I obviously look old, but when I'm doing shit like I mean,
don't get me wrong. I'm not your age, but I mean, I was talking to my wife. I mean, I'm 33 now, and I was telling her like I don't feel much different than I did at 15. To be honest with you, like.
Mentally.
I don't feel much different at all. No,
Right.
well, physically too. My body's always been shit. So like I've been like this forever, you know. So like I really don't feel much different.
Yeah, the bar is lowered already for you.
Oh, the bar was on the ground when I was born, so it was only up from there, you know. So
I want to have Joe Urell on the program one day. Now it could, if you're here, Stephen, it could get a little ugly.
That's
because you are the opposite. Now, Joe has other stuff going on. Like he's in a chair, but he's got cerebral palsy and has different issues than you do. But he's been in comedy. He's been doing comedy. I don't want to call it stand-up comedy. He's been doing comedy for 11 years, and he's very bitter that he's not further on. He thinks he I don't know if he thinks he thinks he would if they had ramps in LA or wheelchair accessible places or travel accessible places, that he'd be a big star and big success in comedy. But he's really bitter about it. And you are the opposite. You are like, I'm in a fucking chair, but I'm going to make the best of it, and not really kind of blaming your situation on where you're at in comedy right now. So, I mean, because it hurts me to see Joe like that, because yeah, I understand you got some big time challenges, but I don't think you can ever just blame your situation on or be angry at your situation, and that will help you get to where you want to go. You have to say, fuck it, I've been dealt, and this is what I really admire about you. Fuck it, I've been dealt that shitty hand of cards, but I'm going to win anyway.
I know. I think that if I were in a wheelchair and I could not get on stage, my comedy would have gotten me a lot further. Right. My problem is I'm getting on stage and people are seeing me, so my comedy career.
You know, if you play for deaf and blind people, you probably do better.
I just had a thought, GD. It's like, you know, when you get on stage, people in the audience are hoping that you would be handicapped.
They're shocked when they realize he is retarded. No, that's terrible.
He's not brain damaged. He's not funny.
It hurts me to see people that bitter too, because they just don't need to be. You know, I mean, yes, you have 100 reasons to be pissed off at the world, sure, but you can make your own reasons to not be. You know, like in my opinion, if I can at least get to the microphone, I'm gonna put on a show. People are gonna enjoy it.
Well, dude,
that's all I need.
I want you to keep following your comedy dream, but here's just a suggestion for you. You'd be very convincing as a motivational coach. Write a quick book about, you know, your life in comedy, and then you can add that as an income stream while you're still pursuing comedy. Like, you know, fuck, you know, I'm gonna win. I don't fucking care.
Since you already have the wheels, do DoorDash.
Man, that DoorDash sucks, man.
You know,
that shit sucks.
The other night I had Danny Whitson on, who is a comedian / magician, and he's the kind of magician I was when I was younger, and I thought it was a really good show, but it was really geeky for magician people. Really, magicians would love that show. I think normal people would probably be very bored by it. But it reminded me that when I was 18, 19. I did a magic show in a psych ward for people who had really dementia and psychosis and all this kind of stuff. The easiest magic show ever. Easy. I mean, they would applaud. Like, in my hand, I hold a cup, and they would applaud. Yeah. Like, all right, thank you for coming. So, there's that. You could do comedy for deaf at the school for the deaf or something.
Well, I'm not sure if do you guys know the band The Cramps?
Yeah,
I do not.
They're like from the 70s and 80s, like 90s surf garage rock. Well, in the 70s, they performed at a mental institution, and there is like old video of it. It's just fucking crazy that they let this wild, weird punk band into this mental institution to play for people. Well,
I
now you couldn't do that.
I got two today. Later on today, I have two hour shows. They're psych wards that are connected to each other. I don't know what the difference is, but I have to go through like heavy security, two different very thick doors where you have to wait for the security guard to let you in, and I will be in a room probably about twice the size of this, playing for each one about 20 mixed nuts. The only way to describe them. And it's a very weird thing. Like, some people are cognizant enough to really pay attention and are enjoying the music, and some people are just yelling, "I've got a banana in my ass! I got a banana in my ass!" while you're trying to play a song. So it's unusual.
Was it the Banana Boat song?
I could do the banana. No, you can't play. Here's the thing: in the contract, it says you can't play any songs that allude to or contain references to alcohol, drugs, sex, violence, any of these things. Like, man, the set list. How do I fucking come up with it?
But Banana Boat song doesn't have any of that stuff, does it?
Banana song?
The Banana Boat song is like, "Come, Mr. Tallyman, and tally me bananas. Daylight come and we want to go home."
Probably that's pretty the only one of the few songs I could play.
Now, when you play these shows, do you do it as like a Roger Waters tribute band?
I could do it. People have asked for Pink Floyd, believe it. And
Pink Floyd's a big seller anywhere, man. Everybody knows who Pink Floyd is.
Yeah. Bet you love it when they cover Green Day's Basket Case. I haven't done that one. You know what? That's they don't talk about. I mentioned sex, drugs, all that kind of stuff. They don't talk about like depression. You can't. I could probably do songs about depression. I could probably do songs about like there's a lot of mental health stuff in Basket Case. Then that kind of stuff is not on this list. The stuff that probably would trigger them the most is not on the list of shit you can't play.
When I was in high school, we did a version of The Wiz for mental patients at a place called Spring Grove, and I was the scarecrow, and so I was and we're like, so as part of this show we do like in the aisle, so I'm like dancing down the aisle, and then I get to a part where I do this. I say, "Come on," and I turn around and I start dancing back up the aisle, and patients got up and started following me back up the aisle.
We're not doing the train. It's not the train.
And after the performance was over, I was sitting at a piano with a patient, and the patient couldn't play piano. He was just banging on a piano, and so to make him, so I joined him just banging on the piano. So we're side by side banging on the piano, and they tried to get me back to my room, and I said, "No, I'm not a patient. I don't belong here." And they go like, "Yeah, right, no." I said, "No, really." I said, "Janine, tell him I don't belong here." She goes, "No, he's with us." But they tried to get me back to my room because I was just
I understand. We get it. You look like a fucking crazy person. We totally get it. I want to go live here on Instagram and just I did this before. I'll do it again.
I was actually thinking about doing the same thing.
Going live on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure I know how to do that.
Hey there. Hey there, Instagram. We're live on Mind Dog TV right now with the fabulous G.D. Fenderson, the numbing and addictive Ron Kane, and the very funny Steven Sitcom Ortiz. You want to join us right now on Mind Dog TV. Tell your friends about us. And I don't know, don't drive a boat into a bridge today. Like, okay.
The unabridged version of the show.
Yeah, the unabridged voice. Can't post this video. Why? Oh, it must be at least a minute long. I got to do at least a minute. I'm not doing it again. That was it. I'll try again tomorrow. This is a new thing I want to start doing, is talking to Instagram. We could be broadcasting to Instagram, but it makes it so weird. Like this whole entire thing is like in the middle of the screen, horizontal, and you have the whole phone. Like
right. It's like they don't, instead of it's a nuisance. You had to put us in a different format, like 4 high, stack us like this.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
People on Twitter, you can follow us on YouTube, and you can actually talk to us, like Willie's doing. Willie's leaving some comments. Let's see what Willie's saying. I'm a total man child. We all know this. I think. Oh, he's referring to what I said earlier in the program. Maybe Steve is also smart enough to bring his own ramp. You bring your own ramp?
I have a portable ramp that I actually got given to me as payment for a show. And,
so you're ramping up your career.
Yes.
I bet they love it when you cover Green Day's Best Case. I talked about that one. What about The End of the World by REM? I've never tried that. But here's what happens in Matchbox 20 on Well. Here's what happens when you play a song they don't like. One of the attendants comes running up and grabs your guitar while you're playing. I hate that. It's almost.
Now, did you grab it like to mute it, or grab it like, give me that, that's mine?
To mute it. But it's still enough to trigger me into forgetting that I belong to society and there are rules.
Now, do you have, like, I don't like people touching my guitar strings because the oil's on their hands. You know, I don't like people touching my guitars, period.
But you don't mind banging your penis on a urinal?
Or in a sink.
No, I did mind. I minded it very much.
He didn't mind washing it in the sink in a public bathroom.
Right. Oh. That's what I didn't want to do. And that's only because I was at work, and if somebody walks in and see it, regardless of the explanation, you're in HR. There's no good explanation for running around the bathroom with your junk hanging out. You're in HR.
I don't know.
I was HR. I think I could come up with a couple reasons.
Yeah, I could definitely lie my way out of that one big time.
100%.
You guys could, because you're white. A black guy at my company.
Wow.
I was guilty before. Yeah, it's a well-known.
I was guilty, but before it was cool.
Yes, you're right. It's a well-known fact that where I worked, black people don't fare well in HR. They try real hard. Remember, I got a promotion by guilting them. I called HR, and I said, I know that I'm in, you're looking for a driver, and I'm the only black applicant you have. I said, and I don't even think that it should be a factor just because there are no black drivers in that department. I don't think that you should even be considering that. I think it should just be on the merits alone, and forget the fact that I'm black and you don't have any black drivers at all. And
you guys even listen to the black guy when he's talking? Because I just
it got me the job, I
don't know. I just wait for the black guy to stop talking so I could talk again. That's my job here. Tomorrow we're gonna have John Clark. I forgot we have John Clark tomorrow, and we have Stephen friend Andrea Sauter. Is that her name? Andrea? Amanda Sauter.
Yep.
Sauter.
Yes, sir. Sauter.
John Clark will be back, and that should be interesting. I forgot we have him tomorrow. I'm sorry, I fucked up on that. John Clark is from across the pond. He's got a jingle about Coffee with the Dog. We'll make him play that again. And I don't know what else.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah. Again?
Yeah, he played it last time. I've had dinner with a lizard, lunch with a tree frog or something. But the best of all was Coffee with the Dog. You don't remember him doing that, John Clark? He started that with that last time. No? You don't remember? He's looking at me like, do you even hear me? Is sign language?
This is a real guy with acoustic. Was this like on an acoustic guitar?
English guy. You were here, weren't you?
Right. I remember him now. I remember the song now. I didn't know that was about Coffee with the Dog though. I don't know what I thought it was about.
Jingle. Everybody. It was like very popular for at least 3 seconds.
I can't wait to hear it.
That's it. I probably started listening to it 4 seconds later.
All right. Now we discussed that none of us, even Ron Kane, our sports guy, doesn't really know anything about sports lately.
Correct.
I haven't followed baseball in a long time, but trending on Twitter right now, live on Twitter right now. Oh, it just ended. The game just ended. Space Cowboys at Astros. Space
What?
Cowboys. Space Cowboys. Is that a?
Did they dress up as David Bowie? Or?
Did the Braves change it? Did some team change their name for political reasons to Space Cowboys? What city would that be?
I thought that was like a bad joke or something. That's really the name that they.
Space Cowboys won the game 3-1.
Maybe they're a minor league team. Maybe they're like a minor league college team, like an exhibition game, like Little Sisters of the Poor versus the
Well, the Astros used to be the Colt 45s when they first came into the league. I'm just splashed out. Yeah, Space Cowboys. What?
Space Cowboys MLB. So it looks like it is it's the Sugarland Space Cowboys. They are a minor league baseball team connected to the Houston Astros.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I tell you,
I thought since the season already started, it was a real game. So why would that be trending on Twitter?
I don't think the season has the season started.
No,
I didn't think it started. I thought this was like preseason, like scrimmage games and stuff.
Yeah,
right.
The season has started for a couple of teams. The ones that are in Korea, they actually have a record.
Right. Yeah. The ones in Korea, yeah, but the rest of them that are here, I thought were doing preseason stuff.
Right. Well, but they've already had opening day for Major League Baseball, is what I was saying. So I was just assuming that was a real game.
Yeah, but they haven't had a real game.
What happens when you assume? What happens when you assume?
I'm not sure. I've never assumed anything.
Opening day is officially this Thursday, March 28th.
Wow.
Is opening day for the MLB.
But two teams already have records, right? The two
That's police. That's police and sex trafficking.
Yeah, you're right. The Dodgers and the Padres officially started their season with a 2-game set in Seoul, South Korea on Wednesday, March 20th and Thursday, March 21st.
Now, who is the home team? Both teams are from Southern California. They go all the way to Korea.
They probably rotate. If they're playing 2 games, they take turns being
watch your mouth.
They sit and rotate.
Sit and spin, mother. Okay, anyway.
They have been airing spring training games. Yeah, I know they air spring training games, but it doesn't generally trend on Twitter.
Yeah.
But Space Cowboys, I guess, got people excited. I don't know. I'm a Space
Did they
Cowboy.
beat the Astros?
I guess you weren't ready for that.
Did you say they beat the Astros, though?
Yeah, 3-1.
That's why it's trending. It's because they're a minor league team and they beat the MLB team.
Yeah, maybe.
Would be my guess. Because that's generally it's the other way around.
According to the boat lost power about 300 feet before.
Why were the lights flickering?
But it was turning around. So the guy was trying to like avoid it by doing like a. Yeah, why were the lights on? That's a good point.
Unless it's trying to get backup generators or something.
Yeah. Well, and I guess the radio would go down too, so you can say, "Don't let anybody else on the bridge. We're about to take it down."
Yeah.
That's what megaphones are for. You just
what did you say?
Whole different view.
Get off the bridge. We fucked up.
Now, yeah, somebody. This is the case with all this stuff. It's like people are ready with their cameras to take this. So whoever shot this video, perfectly steady. I don't know. Could it be like a municipal cam? Do they always have cameras on the bridge? Just in case.
They probably have cameras on the buoys.
It was going pretty fast. If you look at this video, you know what? Let me see if I can share this video because it was going much fast. It was going way faster than 5 miles an hour. So Ian's fired from being the traffic cop on the river from now on. He's not allowed to do that job.
Yeah. First of all, he's not using nautical terms. He has to use nautical terms. He's talking about the boat.
That's right.
So you don't say they're traveling at 5 miles an hour.
Done knots.
You would say they're doing 6 nautical miles or per hour.
No, you would go by knots at speed.
Knots.
Nautical miles
knots.
is distance.
6 knots or 7 knots or 30 knots.
Or Dawn knots.
Right. Or cinnamon nuts. And those are delicious.
Those are amazing. Man, I've been smoking, man. Don't be bringing up snackies right now.
Hey, look, I'm diabetic, okay? And it's the same for me. I see snacks and I'm like, God, I want to eat that. It's how I met my wife in the airport. I just said, God, I want to eat that.
Yeah, let me back it up. See, now that's going pretty fast. If you see that, it's
sped up.
Yeah, it's sped up because you look at the patterns of the lights. Those lights.
Yeah, the lights are going too fast. That's a sped up video for sure.
Yeah, because they don't want you sitting here that long. Yeah, look at the waves. Yeah, and see that fish? How fast that fish is swimming? That species does not swim that fast in the harbor.
Thick smoke coming from the boat.
They have a no wake rule.
Power loss number 2.
No wake rule.
Oh, I wonder if they weren't trying to keep turning and they kept turning because they lost power.
Yeah.
They look like they were aiming for the middle. There it is. Let the bodies hit the floor. Sorry.
It's amazing how quick it comes.
Dude, it's so quick. That's like
obviously you're right. It is sped up, but still, even so, that just hitting that one support. And
imagine you're that car. No, the one that sees the thing coming, you're like, oh fuck. Hit the gas.
Well, I mean, what if you're driving on that bridge as soon as it got hit and you're on that little area that's still there? I mean, Christ.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at that little hand there. Somebody's asking for help. There's a little hand. Somebody's trying to get help.
I'm stopping it here. For people on the radio side, we're actually just looking. You would just tune in and just see us watching video.
I know.
Colored commentary. We're watching the 984-foot cargo ship as it clips the one of the supports for the bridge. The bridge is collapsing. There are people on the bridge screaming. People have fallen into the water. 3 crabs yelled dibs on the fat guy.
The guy up here, the guy who's in here, he's holding on for dear life. He's like the last guy to go down. He's like freaking out right now. He just shit himself.
No.
He's being right there on the left and making that stop right there.
I'm glad.
All right, that's enough of that.
I'm glad I wore my brown pants. They can't tell I shit myself.
All right,
so there we go.
Anyway, that was an interesting new look on it. So that's not the same angle.
Oh, breaking news with our homeboy RFQ intends to name attorney Nicole Shanahan as his VP pick.
What?
Big fucking whoop. Who's that?
I have no idea.
He's trying to grab headlines.
It was important enough to bother me on my phone.
Last night he posted a video that said RFQ Jr. announces his running mate. And Ron, if you could just help me out here, do a minute, do a few seconds of his voice.
Yeah, I'm going to announce my vice president.
Yeah. It was that for 3 minutes, and he never said the running mate. He never. So the title of the video is RFQ announces his running mate. Then there was just that for like 3 minutes. And like, who is it? Who is it? And and basically whatever he says that. I don't know why I thought he did it like that, because he doesn't really do it like that. It's more like that.
Yeah, I didn't want to say this publicly, but my running mate is going to be my uncle, JFK, and I will work him like a puppet when I give speeches. Hello.
You know what's weird? Not weird about him. It's a typical politician thing to do, but he's promising he's promising everything under the sun. Like he's going to fix every problem that ever happened with humanity or politics ever. But he has no specifics at all. Like you ask him, like, what are the details? How are you going to fucking just change American culture?
That's because he's not a serious candidate. He just wants attention and wants to fuck things up. He thinks because he's a Kennedy, he's entitled to some shit. How about the only thing that Kennedys are entitled to are the bullets, basically. That's the one thing they're very, very good at, is stopping bullets with their heads. And their stomachs.
I think he really wants to be president. I think he's absolutely sincere about wanting to be. The big money behind him, the biggest donor behind him is also the biggest donor behind Trump. But I think that could backfire. I think the people who are angry at Trump because Trump just keeps coming out and taking credit for the vaccine, which he should do. That's probably the best thing he ever did. The people who are angry at Trump for that are probably going to go to RFQ for being anti-vax guy. So, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for the supporters of Trump, people putting the big money behind Trump, also putting money behind RFQ, thinking he's going to steal the votes from Biden. Or as Katie Terr said, you know what Katie Terr said.
But like this next election to me just seems like this is clearly like white desperation in full bore now at this point, because where it's 2024, they know the country's demographics are shifting, and in like 6 years or so, white people will be the minority. So you got all these old whites, and they're all scared.
How many years?
Like 6 years?
No way.
Well, that's going to depend on the incarceration rate, though, right?
Well, it depends on how quickly guys like me end up fucking dying, because there's a lot of white guys like me who are ready to die right now, or in the dying age.
Say that.
No, I mean in the dying age,
No, I hear you for
60,
sure. Yeah.
60 to 76, 60. Why do I pull up 76? 60 to 75 or 60 to 80. We start dropping like flies. Not that they started dropping like flies in my 30s, my guys. But
I've lost some friends already as well. Yeah.
I just want to say my generation ran after the bug man. Are you familiar?
I know where they're at.
Are you familiar with this? Running after the bug man?
Mm-mm.
I got to bring up. There's got to be videos of it. The bug man was this big truck that would spray pesticides like mosquito killing DDT. It would drive through neighborhoods and it would fog out everything. Like you wouldn't be able to see anything for 1,000 feet behind it. Our generation ran behind that, inhaling it to get high on it, and rode bicycles as fast as we could, or ran as fast as we could, getting that
Now, was this when you were in New York or Florida or out
all along the coast? But
it's
both in New York
and Baltimore.
Wanda Sykes tells a story about how they used to run after. Once she's told the story, Wanda Sykes tells a story similar about when she was a kid. They'd run behind the bug man, and they'd be getting it all over their bodies and breathing it in, and it was the funnest thing. And then they'd say thank you, and he'd be like, "All right, see you next week."
Mikey's father used to tell the kids $5 if you could touch the bumper, if you ran fast enough to touch the bumper in the car.
Those were different times.
The point I'm making is it's no surprise that people my age died of cancer and started dying of cancer in their 30s. And everybody was getting cancer. We were running, inhaling DDT as much as the human body could aspirate it.
And living in asbestos and lead paint and everything else.
Well, they say what doesn't kill you makes you suffer later.
Makes you almost dead.
Yeah, what doesn't kill you?
Whatever doesn't kill you makes you almost dead.
Right. What doesn't leads to a lawsuit later.
2045, white people will be the minority.
We got
more
time.
Than 6 years. That's more than 6 years.
Yeah,
that's 21 years, Ron. We got. In other words, I will definitely be dead by then.
I mean, we'll definitely ruin it before we get to that point. Don't worry. I mean,
and
hell for sure.
And that's also assuming that they don't correct.
Just to make people feel a little more comfortable. It's not like the black people taking over. We're talking about Hispanics taking over. I mean, the black people will still be the super minority.
See, I thought ahead. I married a Puerto Rican chick.
Yeah, it's thinking ahead. Forward thinking. Steven,
I married a white woman. So
yeah.
But that was also reparations.
So, but just to make people feel more comfortable, it's not like black people are gonna take over.
Well, that's true. That's true. My wife and I have a mutual agreement. We have, we both have benefits that we bring to the table.
Oh,
so
all right. Alex Jones is weighing in on the boat thing. Looks deliberate to me. Looks deliberate. I don't know. I can't even get in my Alex voice.
Alex Jones was probably
frog penis, cocaine.
Right now, Alex Jones is probably
looks
blaming
deliberate to
the
me.
children from the 20 children from that school that
Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook. He's blaming the Sandy Hook kids for the collision because they were on the ship. That's where they've been hiding them all this time. And
If
now
I
they're
may
adults.
finish the Alex Jones quote here, so you can react to this. Looks deliberate to me. A cyber attack is probable. World War III has just begun.
That's not how you start World War III, by taking out a bridge in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Well,
and those his audience are guys that don't have dads, so you shouldn't be too hard on them.
All right, but the movie, what was the name of the movie?
Red Dawn. The Mouse That Roared.
It's no Julia Roberts and
Singing Nun. Singing Nun.
Julia Roberts.
Oh, Aaron Brockovich. You talking about
Aaron? No, it's just a new one. I just watched it last summer. They filmed it here.
The House at the End of the World or something.
Leave the World Behind.
Yeah.
And basically that's how it starts, with a cyber attack of the Chinese or Koreans or whoever shutting down ship navigation systems, and the ship comes up on the beach in the movie. That's what he's referring to. I mean, let's face it, Alex watches a lot of movies and he's on the internet all day long.
The Jewish space lasers brought down the bridge.
All right, give me a little frog penis involved in it, because there had to be some frog penis when they hit the water.
Jewish space lasers hit the frog penises and it refracted and brought down the bridge. Illuminati confirmed.
That's pretty good. You got a pretty good Alex Jones going on
man.
there. I would believe it if I just weren't looking at you. I think people on the radio side. We have Alex Jones here with us for people on the radio side. Alex, when the people hit the water, did they turn homophobic or did they turn homosexual like the frogs that were in the water?
They were sodomized by the gay frog penises.
It sounds just like him. I like it. Did you know you were had a dead on Alex Jones impersonation?
This is the first time I've done it, to be completely honest.
All right. Well, we've discovered something new for you. You should probably listen. I know comedians hate people telling them you should do this, you should do that, but you should.
Hey, I'll take any advice I can get.
Just come up with something for Alex, because you got a good one, man. That was at least as good as Ron's RFQ, and Ron's RFQ is pretty good. Maybe if you guys could come up with a RFQ Alex Jones faux interview for the people on the radio side, not necessarily in this moment.
That would be fun.
Think about that. Yeah. Since Willie's never coming back, we need to fill the time with something. It's not like Willie ever brought these things to the table. I told him to do the radio thing.
Willie has started 9 projects with you. He started the sports thing. He started the this year in history. He started.
Well, he does those still every once in a while. Today in history.
Yes, as soon as he's heard the theme song 4 or 5 times, he changes and wants to do something different.
I think the technical difficulties, because in those days he was in those days, like it was all that long ago. He was doing it from his phone and was always having, every time he came back from playing the theme song, he was muted.
And then he would try to unmute himself and mute himself again. But that's okay.
Well, tomorrow I will join by phone and see how it goes. I think it'll be okay.
What happened March?
My phone started acting up too. Well, once I became an admin is when my phone started acting up as if it was trying to do too much.
Oh, hold on a second. I think we got to do something, right? Do we have to do it? Did I get rid of Today in History altogether? Oh no, here we go. Today in History. On this day 1953, March 26, 1953, Dr. Jonas Salk announces the polio vaccine, and which Robert F. Kennedy, who was just not even born yet, he was born the next year, but he had this to say.
Don't do it. It's a scam. It's a fucking scam. Polio was made up by the same people that made the fake moon on the landing video.
Also, on this date in 1997, Heaven's Gate cult members were found dead. I got to do a video on this for viral. I got to do a reel on
They
that.
weren't found dead. They went to Bohemian Grove. They went there and they dressed like women, and then they sodomized each other with frog penises.
Damn, that's a fucking good Alex Jones. I'm telling you. I'm sorry to ruin this for the people on the radio. So you probably just got hard thinking, "Wow, you got Alex Jones, huh?" But damn, that's fucking good.
Guys, I'm heading out. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See you
All right,
later.
bye, brother. Take care.
See ya.
You tonight then, Ron?
RFQ is signing off.
Yep.
Your car's good? Okay, good.
All right. Yeah. Marshall Applegate now. Applewhite. Was it Applewhite?
Applewhite.
Yeah.
That was Applewhite. Heaven's Gate Applewhite.
Heaven's Gate Applewhite. Now, they all dressed like in purple jumpsuits, right? And the guys all cut their own testicles off, but Marshall Applewhite didn't. Do I have that correct?
I don't think he was. I don't think because he was Doe, wasn't he? I don't think Doe cut off his dodos.
Heaven's Gate cult. Following an anonymous tip, police entered a mansion in Rancho Santa Fe, an exclusive suburb of San Diego, California, and discover 39 victims of mass suicide. The deceased, 21 women and 18 men of varying ages, were all found laying peaceably in matching dark clothes and Nike sneakers, and had no noticeable signs of blood or trauma. They had no signs of blood.
And had exact change for the toll.
No signs of blood or trauma, like they had no blood in them.
No, that means in other words, the crime scene itself.
Blood.
Oh,
right. The crime scene did not have blood.
No noticeable signs of blood or trauma. Okay. It was later revealed that the men and women were members of the Heaven's Gate religious cult, whose leaders preached that suicide would allow them to leave their body containers and enter an alien spacecraft hidden behind the Hale-Bopp comet. With Hale-Bopp comet. The cult was led by Marshall Applewhite, a music professor who, after surviving a near-death experience in 1972, was recruited into the cult by one of his nurses, Bonnie Lou Nettles. In 1975, Applewhite and Nettles persuaded a group of 20 people from Oregon to abandon their families and possessions and move to Colorado. You know
how fucking sad is your life that you just are willing to give it up as I'm sorry.
Give up everybody and everything. Listen, maybe I should think about this because I gave up a $1.4 million house that I bought in my mid-40s to go live with a young girl, and I gave it to the person I was living with, the woman I was living with. We were not, but I gave her the house. I gave away a $1.4 million house. Just to go be with a girl that I ended up being with for 6 months.
Oh man,
that's a good trade-off. I think that's a good trade-off. That's
they say no. They say no regrets. I got to admit, I'm happy with my wife. I'm happy with the life I have now. But I sure would love to have that house back. That was a fucking great house.
So I could imagine, man. Oh.
Now, how did I? Because that was just they persuaded the family give up their families and possessions and move to eastern Colorado, where they promised an extraterrestrial spacecraft would take them to the kingdom of heaven. There's not much difference between that and what Jesus said.
Or Scientology?
He didn't say spaceship, but Applewhite explained that human bodies were merely containers that could be abandoned. Again, not much different than Christianity or any of these other religions.
The biggest difference, and believe me, I'm not a defender of the Christianity.
You are. You're defending it.
No, or any of the religions. But Jesus came, the Jewish people had a long line of messiahs. They had at least 18 messiahs before Jesus. So it's not like, he was
One
making of
Messiah,
a
two
cottage
Messiah,
industry.
three Messiah, four, five Messiahs, six Messiahs, seven Messiah more.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
He was like a long line of messiahs. Although he wasn't even the most threatening one. The Romans weren't even as threatened by him as they were by Simon of Berea. I think it was Simon of Berea.
I think I got to do that song today. One Messiah, two Messiah, three Messiah. I think I'll probably have to come up with something better than that.
But, for next week.
But the other thing is, Jesus never. Look, guys, cut your balls off, and get some Nikes. Get some Nike. What do you do first? Do you cut your balls off first and then get the Nikes, or do you get the Nikes first and then cut your balls?
I don't feel like I'd want to go shopping after I cut off my balls. So.
Yeah. What does it say? What does it say about the deballing? The deballing of the people. Applewhite advocated.
What did they do with the balls when they were done? Did they sell them at the testicle festival?
Yeah, a festival of testicles. Applewhite advocated sexual abstinence, and several male cult members followed his example by undergoing castration operations. So he did. If they're following his example, then he did it to himself. I was under the impression that he kept his balls just as other people get rid of their balls. Like, my ball's good, your ball's not good. So let's see what else. I'm one more. There's a lot that went happening today. Wise men. 1968. Wise men advised President Johnson to negotiate peace in Vietnam. What 3 wise? They came from Bethlehem. What? They came east from Bethlehem. What the? I don't know. Wise. This is what it said. I'll look at this. Wise men advised President Johnson to negotiate peace in Vietnam. After being told by Defense Secretary Clifford.
That was probably the inspiration for the Elvis Presley song. Wise men say you're losing the war. Yeah, that was an Elvis Presley song. That was the original draft.
After being told by Defense Secretary Clark Clifford. Oh, Clark Clifford sounds like a cartoon character, doesn't he?
Yeah, like an alternate, like a secret identity.
Yeah, he was a big red dog. That the Vietnam War is a real loser. President Johnson's still uncertain about his course of action. Hello, I just said real loser. What are you uncertain about? Get out. He decides to convene a 9-man panel. I see. When they said wise men, I was thinking it was just 3. See how you can jump? You can assume and just say the wrong thing. I was thinking it was 3 men. It was 9 wise men, and not Zach Wiseman or Jeffrey Weissman.
Right, 9 wise men, 3 Budweiser frogs.
They included Omar Bradley, Matthew Ridgway, distinguished State Department figures like Dean Acheson and George Ball and McGeorge Bundy. I don't know. Yeah. They all said, "Get out." And Johnson said, "What did Johnson say? Do we have a Lyndon
You're live on the air, Steve. We can hear you call.
Yeah. You want to mute that? I'll mute it
we
for
can
you.
Hear you call.
I got it muted for you. Now you can unmute when you're ready. Yeah. So one more. That I'll leave that today in history because there's plenty today. Today was an active day in history. I don't know if you were aware what an active day it was in history. It was just one of the most active days. This is the day that shit happened.
You know, apparently the day that Puff Daddy had his homes raided was the same anniversary of, I guess it was a song of his called "Kick the Door In."
Oh, you'll go with this one because this will give you something to bitch about and moan about.
Sorry about that, fellas.
In 1955, on this date, black music gets whitewashed as Georgia Gibbs hits the pop charts with the Wallflower "Dance with Me, Henry." All right, GD, go ahead, ramble and rant.
I don't have a rant.
No, you do. Go ahead, rant. I told you to rant. Damn it, rant.
Oh, just like "Dance for Me, Monkey." No, I'm not
doing
it. Dance for me, monkey.
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Oh, oh.
No, I'll probably get a copyright strike for even singing that, right?
My bad. Sorry.
"Dance with Me, Henry" to the Willie says, "Don't drink the Kool-Aid."
Never drink the Kool-Aid.
Damn failed musicians always killing people. We didn't say. Nobody said he was failed. He was a professor. They didn't say he was a failed musician. They said he was a music professor.
Apparently, that's the failure of musicians is becoming a professor.
Willie is going by the old adage: those who can do, those who cannot teach.
Cut their balls off.
Yeah, cut their balls off. Yeah.
Yes, that.
That old adage.
Or whatever.
Old adage.
Or whatever Aristotle
said. That old cult adage that you rule so well. Hey, that's all right.
Let's just hope if it was a home procedure, they were using very sharp knives.
DIY.
Yeah.
See them Googling it now. Self-mutilation of testicles.
If I truly learned something, then whatever I went through had value, so why regret it? I guess he's talking about my house thing.
Well, he was saying what he learned from you when you said that. If you can be happy losing that, he can be happy losing nothing.
He can be happy. Time to say goodbye to Gov. Speaking of happy, it's happy time to